Welcome back to BeamNG scenarios. At first I didn't want to record this video because, maybe you can hear it, I'm still a bit sick, but then I saw that the next scenario that was waiting for us was just full of electric cars, so why not record it anyway? In the first half of this video we're gonna find out if I, a BeamNG pro player, can drive the ESPR to the nearest charging port before it runs out of battery, and after that we're gonna do a small little test on how long you can actually drive with a full battery. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and leaving a like if you enjoy the content. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Electric hypermiling. Your ESPR batteries are low. Can you make it to the nearest charge point in Castelletto? Oh, we already have some traffic waiting on our back, but I'd say let's just get right into this challenge and accelerate to begin. We have 100% of fuel, or battery I would say. Oh, okay, minor coincidence there, so let's begin. Let's just gun it for the first attempt. I mean, the fuel is going down pretty fast, but actually I'm just gonna gun it one time and we'll see how far we can get if we don't break the car on these turns, which would be quite amazing. Actually, the view is pretty amazing. No problem, no problem. Just some minor traffic and I'm already out of fuel. How is this going to work? So if I let off the gas, the car is recuperating. Okay, so we gain fuel when we're not on the gas, which would explain the braking, because normally when you let off the gas, the car shouldn't be braking, but on electric cars, it's a different thing. Okay, so we've made it about 3,300 feet, and that is not really good. So let's restart this whole challenge. And this time, we're gonna be a little bit more fuel efficient, or maybe not. Whoa! These electric cars are making me sick. Just a little joke on the side. So we're just gonna gun it and we let it charge. Like, go down this whole mountain, and after that we should gain some. Yeah, 71%, 73%. Okay, then gun it on the even surface. Oh, that was maybe a little bit too much. I think it's pretty bad if we brake, because when we are braking we just waste like some time of the recharge process. So our strategy is going to be that we shouldn't brake. Just press the gas gently, then let it recharge when we're not on the gas, and after that we can hopefully press the gas again. We've already beaten our record from the last attempt. I don't even know how far this is, because when I looked at it from like a distance, the charging point was really far away. Okay, it's back there. Still 40% of fuel. I just hope that we're not making it in this try, because then the whole video wouldn't make any sense. And let's just gun it up this hill. Oh, which is that was really too much. That was too much. Okay, now we need to go uphill so much, which is gonna be quite difficult because we have only like 10% of battery life left, but it could be possible. 5% left, and gun it for one last time, and we are fully out of battery. We're basically standing still. So let's give ourselves another attempt. We are back at the starting line. Okay, let's not waste too much fuel at the start by saying that, I wasted like 8% of fuel at the beginning. Okay, so we're just gonna let it roll down this hill. That's what I mean. If you look into the distance right here, you can see that the point that we are driving to is actually really far away, which concerns me a little bit. And as we saw in our last attempt, that uphill section at the end was... it will be tricky, I'm gonna tell you that. We've had one miserable attempt, and then the last one was actually not that bad. So let's see where we can get. I think the strategy is like to shortly press on the gas and then let it roll for a little bit, and especially on the downhill sections. Like right now you can see the curve is coming up, so I'm not gonna press the gas anymore, so we don't even have to brake, and the car can like almost fully recharge. We're back to 80%. Gun it one time and then just let the car roll at that point. The beautiful thing about electric cars is, which is like the only good thing about electric cars, is that you can just enjoy this the scenery a little bit. But let's not get too focused on the scenery, because it's gonna distract us from our main mission right here, which is to get to our nearest charging station. I don't have like our last fuel set in mind when we were here last time, but I think it's looking pretty good. Still at 70%. Gonna overtake you here. Oh, little slide, little wall tap, but nothing too major. If we don't lose the car right now, that would... Come on. Okay, we just lost like 40% of our fuel right there. I'm such an idiot, man. And something happened. Oh, maybe it's going to help us, because maybe this is the trick to like being fuel efficient with your electric car. Just have like the crab walk alignment, it's what I like to call it. And we are basically stopping at the exact same point that we ran out of fuel last time. Which is concerning. Okay, so let's try that again. Oh, our alignment is completely fucked. Okay, new attempt, new luck. Is it even possible to get back to like 100%? Because I feel like we're gaining a lot, but you know, obviously we are just losing way more than we are gaining. Can't you drive on the left, man? Because that would make it easier to pass. That's another good point about electric cars, you know, because the cars are so silent that you can hear the other cars accelerating, which is exactly the reason why electric cars are, you know, the perfect camera cars if you want to record some races or some rollers or just want to record some pulls. I think also part of the strategy is like to not lose all of your momentum. Okay, we're around at 70%, which we also were last time, but then I gunned it and tried to do a little drift around here, which was obviously a rookie mistake. For right now, it's not looking too shabby. Still 60%, 50%, and it looks like we can beat our record from the last 2 runs, and with 40% we are exactly where we stranded last time. So if I'm looking on the map correctly, we are not that far away of our charging point. Come on, let's concentrate for these last few meters. We are already at a distance of around 8,000 feet. Oh, it's even more uphill sections. I can't believe it, man. But okay, really narrow road right here, slight uphill section, then take a left right here. Are there even charging ports in BeamNG? I think I only saw gas stations. It actually looks like we made it. We made it! And as you can see, with the recuperation, you can make it around 1.7 miles, which is actually quite good. I mean, there were a lot of uphill and downhill sections. It wouldn't be the same for city driving because you just can't let the car roll so much, but you know, now you know it. We're just gonna go onto a highway and just gun it with the sunburst until the battery is all drained, because then we have no recuperation, and then we will see how far or like how many feet or meters in distance you can actually travel until the battery in this game is empty. Okay, so as you can see, we are on the grid now, which is like the perfect place to test out the full range of this lovely ESBR. To actually view how far we get, I think we have to head into first person, and now we can see our speedometer, and as you look closely, you can see that we have a range, so for how far we can still drive, and we have our odometer, which is gonna show how many miles we have already driven. And don't worry, for all my European brothers out there, I'm gonna convert it to kilometers later in this video. So I think we are ready to start, so let's floor it and see what happens. Okay, you can already see our range is really coming down. We had like over 1,000 miles left at the beginning, and now after just a few meters we are already down to like 69. If that's true, it's probably gonna take us some time. We've already completed our first mile. I'm just gonna speed up the process for you so you don't have to sit here like me, and I'll let you know. Our range has gone up from like 70 miles to around 113 miles, and we've only completed around 6 miles, so this is gonna take some time. Okay, quick little pause. We are almost at the half point, so there's only half of the battery life left, or the battery is half full. Depends on what kind of guy you are. So let's head into our little lovely first person right here. And as we look at it, you can see that we still have around 66 or 67 miles left of range, but our odometer says we've only traveled around 19 and now 20 miles. And if we remember back at the start, it showed us like 70 to 120 miles. So I think we are actually getting scammed right here, and the range actually is not what it should be. And I'll see you guys in just a few seconds. Also, quick interruption. So one thing that is pretty interesting, changing the driving modes in general, as you can see on the speedometer right here. If I change the driving modes, you know, you have like comfort and then sport and eco. It doesn't really change much, but one thing it changes is the spoiler precision. And now it would actually be really interesting to know how realistic BeamNG really is, because as you can see, this is like our normal mode, and this is like on sport mode, and as you can see on sport mode the wing is actually a bit higher. So technically, you know, we have more drag, which would result in more battery drainage. But I don't know if BeamNG is actually that realistic, and it's actually realistic, but I just doubt that it's that realistic. But if some of you guys know if it's actually true, let me know down in the comments. But for now, back to our normal mode and head back into the interior. So as you can see, the battery sign is on and we are down to our last 3% of battery life. And as you can see, the battery life bar is turning red, 1% battery life, and we hit 0. So now in theory, the car is starting to slow down, we are losing our speed, so we're pretty much just coasting now. And we're gonna tickle like every little last inch out of the car to really see how far can you get. And remember, this is like a full battery. I'll have to see if there is another battery available. We're gonna have to try that out. Maybe we will do that. But also here you can see the result of a car not having a real engine because you have no engine braking. So the car just really basically floats. No, okay, we've came to a stop, 0 miles per hour. We are not rolling anymore. The car is... I could press the gas, but there is nothing really happening. The car promised us like 70 to 120 miles, but we actually only got 40 miles, which is like around that kilometers. I'm gonna just blend it in right here. As you can see it, there are only 40 miles of battery life in the ESBR. Okay, so I just looked at the like part stuff of the car, and as you can see, we also have some options to tweak. So we can still select a different electric motor. Right now we are just running the basic electric motor, but there is also the performance rear electric motor. And as you can see on the fuel tank section, right now we are running the small battery pack, which is the standard battery pack that comes on the car, but there is also the 100 kilowatts solid state battery pack. And I'm not going to try that out today in today's video because I just think trying out all of these different things and combinations would really take up a video on its own. So if you want me to do that, leave a like and let me know in the comments, and I will do a whole separate video on like trying out every bit of variation that's possible to really see how far you can actually drive with different variations of the car. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's experiment, and I'll see you guys next time.